Year 6 Maths Word Problems Video 1. Okay everyone, in today's lesson we are going to be looking at some word problems where you have to think carefully about which operations you need and what order you need to do them in, because there may be two steps. So when I'm talking about operations, I'm talking about addition, I'm talking about subtraction, I'm talking about division, and I am talking about multiplication. So those are the four operations, and the symbols to go with each one are those. Now, you know how to do these operations. The difference is today you need to be looking at the problem and trying to think, what is it you need to do? If you have the same number, for example, if you have, let's imagine, £25 and 4 people have £25, then it would be 4 times 25. The same number, more than once, we use multiplication. If you are putting two amounts together, then it's going to be addition. Subtraction, you're making something smaller. Division is often the trickiest one. So you need to decide for division, are you sharing or are you trying to figure out how many times one number fits inside another number? So without further ado, let's take a look at each one. So please write now number 1, and I'll read the problem. Jim has £2,345. He spends 416 on Monday and 705 on Tuesday. How much money does he have left? Press pause while you think about that, and then I'd like you to do the working out in your books. Okay then, so Jim starts with £2,345, and the word spends tells us that we're going to be doing a subtraction because he spends £416 and he spends £705, and we want to know how much after that does he have left. There are two ways you can do this. The first is you can do 2,345 and you can subtract 416. Okay, so 5 take away 6. Well, I can't do that, so I'll make that into 3. 15 take away 6 is 9. 3 take away 1 is 2. 3 take away 4, I can't do that, so that's a 1. 13 take away 4 is 9 as well, and then there's that. So I've taken away the 416. Now I need to take away 705 from this amount. So 1,929 subtract 705. 9 take away 5 is 4. 2 take away 0 is 2. 9 take away 7 is 2. And then there's a 1 there. So it looks like our answer is 1,224. Now, what you could have done, and I'm going to write that down in the corner you'll see why. You could have done this another way. You could have added together 416 and 705. Added those together and then subtracted. Now, I'm going to do that method as well. And we'll see if I get the same answer. So, he spent £416 and he also spent £705 on Monday and on Tuesday, right? So I wonder what he was buying for such high amounts of money. Okay, so 6 add 5 is 11. 2, 7 add 4 is 11. Right? So he spent 1,121. So now I'm going to take the first number, 2,345, and I'm going to subtract 1,121. So 5 subtract 1 is 4, 4 subtract 2 is 2, 3 subtract 1 is 2, and 2 subtract 1. Yeah, and look, I got the same answer. So what that tells you is you have two choices. You do Jim's amount, take away 416, get your answer, then take away 705. I'm using the word take away, which means subtract, or add the two together and then take them away in one lump. It's entirely up to you, whatever you prefer. Okay, there's number 2. I'll read it to you. There are 634 toilets in a block of flats. So just imagine here is a block of flats, right? And there are 634 toilets in that block of flats. How many toilets are there in 17 blocks? So here's one block. Imagine I've got 17 of those blocks. So have a think, which operation do you need to solve this? Press pause while you work it out. Okay, welcome back. So I've got the number 634. And I need to work out what 17 times that number is, because I've got each block of flats, it's got 634 toilets, and there's 17 of them. So it's a multiplication. It's 17 times 634. I'm just noticing already I'm going to run out of space. So let me just move that up to the top. 634, 17. All right. So 7 times 4 is 28. Carry the 2. 7 times 3 is 21 plus 22. Sorry, 7 times 3 is 21 plus the 2 is 23. So the 3 goes here, the 2 goes there. 7 times 6 is 42 plus the 2 is 44. Now, I'm going to just quickly go over that again to make sure I haven't done anything. This is what you should do as well. Don't just move on thinking you've got it all right. 7 times 4 is 28. 8, 2, good. 7 times 3, 21, plus 2, 23. 7 times 6, 42. Yeah, so I'm happy with that. I'm now crossing out my 2's and I've crossed out my 7 as well. Now, I'm going to put a 0 here because I'm not timesing by 1, I'm timesing by 10. So that's why the 0 goes there. But now I can say 1. And this is nice and easy because it's just 1 times each number. 1 times 4 is 4. 1 times 3 is 3. 1 times 6 is 6. I'm not going to check that. Too easy. So I'm going to add the 2 rows now. 8 add 0 is 8. 3 add 4 is 7. 4 add 3 is 7. And 6 add 4 is 10. Now, obviously, I don't have to carry that 1 at the end for the 10 because there's no more rows. So in 17 blocks of flats, there are 10,778 toilets. So just remember, we use multiplication when we have the same number many times. Right, this is question 3. This looks like a 2-step one. I'm seeing at least 3 numbers there. There are 3,274 people on a cruise ship. A cruise ship is like a ship where you go on holiday, you stay on there like a hotel and it stops off at different places. So that ship has 3,274 people. 234 more arrive and then another 1,452. How many passengers are there now? So let's say that again. There's 3,274 on the ship, 234 more arrive, and then another 1,452. How many are there now? Press pause while you work that out. Okay, so this is an addition because we're starting with that number and then these 2 more numbers come. Now, what we can do, you might put them all together in 3 columns. You might do this. 3,274, 234, and 1,452. And you might just add them like that, okay? Some people don't like to do that because there's a lot of numbers to hold in their head. Alternatively, you could do 234 add 1,452, and then you could add that to 3,274. Okay? So it's completely your choice. I've started this method. I'm going to do both methods and see if I get the same answer. So 230, so 4 add 2 is 6. 5 add 3 is 8. 4 add 2 is 6. So 1,686. And I'm adding 3,274. 6 add 4 is 10. Carry the 1. Now I can make that 7 into an 8. And 8 add 8 is 16 because that's a double. 6, 7, 8, that's 9. That's 4. So 4,960. So let's have a look on this side. 4 add 4 is 8 plus 2 is 10. So 0, carry the 2. 5 add 1 is 6. 6 add 3 is 9. 9 add 7 is 16. Now you've got to have good number bonds to be able to do this. 4 add 1 is 5. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And then that's 4. So both sides were right. With this one, your number bonds have got to be spot on. It might be easier for some people to do the method on the left-hand side. Here's question 4. There are 1,030 books in the library. We bought 637 more books, but we threw away 78. How many books are there in the library now? I'm going to give you a tip. This is 2 steps, this problem, and you have to use more than one operation. Press pause while you think about that. Okay, so in the library we've got 1,030 books, and we buy another 637. So that's an add. 0 add 7, 7. 3 add 3, 6. 6 add 0, 6. So it's 1,667. However, we then throw away 78 books. I imagine the school bought these new books and then realised 78 of the old books weren't very good. Now look what I'm going to do. I'm just going to subtract 78. I'm going to add that on the bottom and I'm going to do a subtraction. Okay, 7 take away 8, I can't do that. 17 take away 8 is 9. 5 take away 7, I can't do that. 15. 15 take away 7 is 8. And then that will be a 5, and then that will be a 1. Okay, so it's 1,589. Alternatively, what I could have done is I could have done 1,030 take away 78, and then I could have added 637. I could also have done 637 take away 78 and then added it to the original number. Let me just double check that my subtraction is correct. 7 take away 8 you can't do, so take that from there. 17 take away 8 is 9. 5 take away 7 we can't do it, cross that out. 7. 5 subtract thin air is 5, yeah. Okay, happy with that. This is now number 5. One book has 789 pages. How many pages will there be in 23 copies of the same book? So one book has 789 pages. How many in 23 copies of the same book? Press pause while you think about that. Okay, welcome back. So this is another example is where you have the same number several times. So the same number is 789 and you have it 23 times. So it's a multiplication. So 9 times 3 is 27. Or 3 times 9 is 27. 3 times 8 is 24 plus 2 is 26. 3 times 7 is 21. 23. Let's just double check that. 9 times 3, 27. 3 times 8, yeah, 24, 25, 26. 3 times 7, 21 plus 3, yeah. Okay. I now need to do, so there's my 0, because I'm going to cross out the 3, the 2 and the 2. I'm now doing 2 times 9, which is 18. Put the 1 above. 2 times 8 is 16 plus 1 is 17. Carry the 1. 2 times 7 is 14 plus the 1 is 15. Now, you will notice I have not left myself enough space to add these two numbers. So I'm going to do that over on the side. Let's just double check that I've got those right. 2,367, 15,780, yeah. So 7 add 0 is 7. 6 add 8 is 14, carry the 1. 7 add 3 is 10, plus the 1 is 11. 5, 6, 7, 8, and then 1. So 18,147. Number 6. A cable car up a mountain holds 7 people. Now, don't worry if you don't know what a cable car is. Just imagine a bus, right? And it has to go up the mountain. You can Google a cable car or YouTube it if you really want to know. But it's a transport and it goes up a mountain. And each cable car holds 7 people. How many journeys will it take to transport 3,645 people? So imagine there are 3,645 people and they want to go to the top of the mountain. But the cable car only holds 7 people. So how many times is it going to take the cable car to take 7 people up to the top? Press pause while you think about which operation it is and then have a go. Okay, welcome back. So what we need to do, we're working out how many times does 7 fit into 3,645. So that is a division. So 3,645. We're dividing. 7 goes into 3 0 times. So let's carry the 3. 7 goes into 36 5 times. And there's a remainder of 1. And 7 goes into 14 2 times. Now 7 goes into 5 0 times. So we've got a remainder of 5. Let me double check my calculation. 7 goes into 36 5 times, because 5 times 7 is 35, remainder 1, 2 times. Okay, so look what happens. The cable car will go up the mountain 520 times full, but there are 5 people left over. Now, we're not going to leave those 5 people and just say, sorry, you can't go to the top of the mountain. It just means the last journey of the cable car, there will only be 5 people and there'll be 2 spaces in that cable car. So it actually is going to take 521 journeys up the mountain. 520 full journeys and then 1 extra journey where there's only 5 people. Okay, so that is the end of today's word problem lesson. If you have any questions about what we've done today, let me know. Thanks for taking part, and I'll see you in the next lesson. Bye for now, everyone.